How y'all doing out there, America, man, the world? We here with another episode of the Put to Bed podcast, man. Billionaire Billy, y'all. I got Diamond G with me. We finna,
What's up? What's up? What's up?
yeah, we finna get it popping. We finna get it popping. Y'all already know what it is. We get an introduction on the first episode of what we about and what we are. So if you haven't seen the first episode, go tap in, go check that out, and then and then watch this one.
Yep, watch
You're
this.
already watching this one. Watch this one, and then go check that one out. So. But we here to
We back with another one. We back with another put to bed. Put y'all to bed tonight again.
Exactly. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it, man. We got 4 juicy topics that we're gonna tackle today.
Yes.
The first one was one of the topics that you wanted to discuss. So I'm gonna let you introduce it, and then I'll jump into it.
All right. So what I wanted to talk about, one of the put to bed topics tonight, so we can discuss it, put it to bed and be done, is being a parent and having social media right now. Like, I didn't grow up with social media. I'm a little older. So I'm the oldest sister. So the oldest sister. So I came up with what MySpace, Black Planet, stuff like that. People don't probably know what that is. And then this new generation is like Facebook, Instagram. Now I will say I am a TikTok fiend. So today I did have a crash out moment this morning when I turned it on. It told me it was gone, but like it's just a lot. It was a crash out. I was like,
"What back now? Though, it's back."
I know that's what I'm good.
Right.
Earlier, man, it was bad. It was bad. But so it's just more about like controlling it. How do you control it? How do you be able to make sure it's safe for your kid and people? Because it's a lot of predators out here. They do a lot of dance moves, nowadays, a lot of little line dances, whatever it is. But people out here, so how do you keep it safe? How do you make sure your child is safe in that realm of the new social media? It's everywhere. And you can be everywhere. Grocery store. You see kids doing videos everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
What's your scoop?
My opinion on it is, I feel like social media is a double-edged sword type of situation, because you got the good side of it. You got a lot of people that's really making a living. Like even with the TikTok ban and stuff like that, it was like 7 million people in America that was basically unemployed, for 24 hours behind the app, so a lot of people making a living off of these,
It's employment.
Yeah, a lot of people making like a living off a lot of these social media apps and stuff. So I see the good in it, and I see like the spreading of information, even like stuff like us, we wouldn't have a platform in social media if it wasn't for yeah, widespread it is. So I see the benefits of it, and I definitely indulge myself in it because I'm an entertainer. If I wasn't doing so much in entertainment, I probably wouldn't be on social media as much. But because I am, so I'm pretty tapped in, and I get a lot of my information. I don't watch the news. I barely watch TV. If I do, it's Hulu, Amazon, Disney Plus or something like that. Or it's apps. It's not like TV. I don't watch the news at all. So I get all of my news and all my information and updates from social media.
From social media, yeah.
But as far as like kids, I got a daughter, so I get the scary aspect of it. Is like, my daughter be making TikToks and dancing and stuff like that, and she's not a kid, so she older, so she moving and grooving and doing her dancing and doing her stuff and doing her entertainment and doing her content. But at the same time, it's like, anybody can look at it. It could be a 45-year-old man on there looking at my young daughter that's praying to her and be able to reach out to DM them and all that type of stuff. So I feel like it's our job as parents to groom them, to make them aware and let them know, like, this is a place for you to vent. This is a place for you to be creative. This is a place for you to show your personality, and it's a place for you to be an entrepreneur and make money. But you got to also realize the dangers of it and realize that it's a place where everybody on here ain't just on here positive vibes. Everybody ain't on here to spread information. Everybody ain't on here to just have fun. Some people on here preying on people, some people on here. You got people on here and the scammers and the finesses, they all there too. So it's just it's a dangerous place as far as that and that aspect of it. I feel like the best thing that we can do as parents is just make our kids aware. I mean, because it's hard to monitor them. Like, it's no I can go on the YouTube and put, put a block on there where it's only showing them kid friendly stuff, but
Yeah,
it's on
yeah,
their phone and on their own time. Like I can't really monitor what they see on Instagram or monitor what they see on Twitter or monitor what they see on TikTok. Like it's so widespread. So I feel like the best thing that we can do as parents is to just inform them,
it's for
inform our kids and let them know, like, this is the dangers of it. These are the good aspects of it, and this is the danger of it. It's just
being
like,
aware.
having that. Yeah, it's just like having the birds and the bees conversation with the kids. It's like, you get older, I realize that you might be, get developing, body developing. You might be wanting to be
Right.
sexually active and start getting interested
And
in the
people
opposite
start
sex.
looking. Yeah.
Yeah, start looking and shit. You start looking. So it's just about making them aware and giving them as much information and giving them as much tools that we can to prepare them for the world
Right.
that we in today in the social media era, because it's widespread. It's everywhere. Like people live on their phones. Like
They
I know
do.
they
I
literally
mean,
live on their phones. Like have more conversations
walking
and
with their head
comments.
down with their
Yeah,
phones.
and they have more conversations and comments and stuff than they do with actual people in real life. And
Right.
people, people be it's like I said, we a little older, so we grew up in the era where, we having real life conversations and you got
Yeah.
to real life meet people to get to know them and stuff like that. Oh, these days, you ain't really got to do none of that. Like I done been in rooms with me and my homies or me and, and social settings, and, everybody, we ain't even talking to each other. Everybody in their phones, everybody face down and
Yep.
their
Yep.
phones. And you know what I mean,
Ain't no
it's,
conversations no more. It's like text message, ain't no phone calls. It's changed the whole dynamics of communication to
yeah, it
me.
takes all dynamics of communication, and in that aspect too, it's made people it's kind of disabled a lot of people in that aspect of communicating, because a lot of people don't know how to communicate properly now. A lot of
Anymore.
people
Yeah.
ain't comfortable communicating face to face or ain't comfortable addressing certain situations because they used to hiding behind a phone screen or
Right.
being in comments or trolling and stuff like that, and they're not
Or
really able
just
to just
yep, talking
address.
mess.
Yeah, talking mess. I mean, like trolling. They're not really quick to address certain topics or certain issues and have face-to-face conversations and real
Right.
dialogue and
I
really,
agree.
like, yeah, it's so in that aspect I feel like it is a hindrance to the younger generation because they
It
not
is.
coming up with them same social skills and same social tools that we had to have. Like a lot of them
Right.
crash out over nothing.
Talking things out, mediations. Like in school, you had mediations. You actually had to sit down with that person in conflict resolution, things
Yeah,
like that. You had
exactly.
to
Like a
learn
lot of
that
that
type of
stuff don't
stuff.
really, yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of that
it
stuff
was it
don't
was
really
totally
exist
different.
no more. Yeah, it don't
Right.
really no more certain realms. It's like, it's become cool and the norm to just address your issues on social media or make a status or, make a comment or,
Right.
stuff like that, post something on your story versus just calling this person or reaching out to this person and letting them know, look, you hurt my feelings or you made me feel this type of
Exactly.
way. It became more acceptable to people to be able to just read how you feel than versus hearing how you feel.
Yep. Send
Or
long, long, long paragraphs of
yeah,
your
yeah. So
feelings
yeah,
versus just calling somebody up and telling them
yeah,
like, look,
having the
we
conversation.
need to
Yeah.
talk. Yeah.
Well,
We need
as
to talk.
far as the dangers of it and everything, I get that. But it's like I said, I feel like we should just equip our kids to make sure that they understand the world that we live in and they understand the playground that they playing on. But other than that, like I'm a fan of social media. I feel like it's a great tool. I feel like it's it's something that's given the tool for us to teach, for us to
Right.
educate, for us to learn, for us to, build
Yeah.
and community, because a lot of these kids is,
Yeah. So-
as far as like being woke and being aware and being, I
Right.
mean, a lot of these kids is way sharper than we was growing up because
Absolutely. I
because
agree
they
with
had the
that.
information. Yeah, they got the information right there in their lap. You know what I mean, so
Yeah.
it's a difference. So I definitely,
They research
yeah,
a lot and
I
they
definitely
find out
see
a
the
lot.
great aspects of it in that aspect of it. So,
I
but
agree with
yeah,
that.
that's my take on it though. I'm gonna let you take the floor and get your insight on it.
I agree. I agree with you. I think it's some plus and negatives to it. Like you said, it's that communications like well, not that communication, that insight they get from like all the research and learning new things and learning about new things, bringing it to other people, bringing it to people my age, your age, and letting us like, okay, maybe I should explore this or teaching us new stuff because sometimes you're never too old to learn new things. But I think there's some negatives to it because I work in a school setting. I've seen big old fights because of social media. I've seen like bullying because of social media. So there's some negative things to it. But I think that long as you teach your child like the morals and values at your home, it starts there. And then they take that with them everywhere they go, even on social media. So that's why you think we control it a little bit more. But it can get messy. But I do think it's some good and positives to it because You can learn new recipes in like 10 minutes or 15 seconds on TikTok, or go on Instagram and learn about world news besides looking at the news. So there is some negatives, some positives to it. I just think that I've seen a lot of negatives this year. So I'm trying to explore more positives by doing what we're doing right now. For real.
No, for real. That's what's up. That's what's up, for real.
Yeah.
Totally
So
agree.
I mean, to me, it's a put to bed subject, but I do think one day we gonna wake up and revisit it. Get up in the morning, yarn, and get up and we gonna revisit it because it's gonna come up in a topic. Because it's gonna come up on some topic we see on social media. We gonna probably talk.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, social media is definitely it's a tool for content. So we definitely gonna revisit it because, like you said, it can be, Lord forbid, it can be something that happened, something tragic that
Right.
happened that was provoked by social media, and then we got to
Exactly.
talk about that and discuss the
Right.
roles that social media play in that
In
incident.
that.
I mean,
Yep.
Lord forbid,
So I
but
think
it's possible, very
it's
possible.
definitely possible. It's definitely possible.
Okay.
I mean, we both know it's gonna come up again. So that's why I think it's a good introduction to it. But the kid aspect get a little messy if you don't teach your child the proper way to operate on social media. For real, the safe way to do it.
So do you feel like it's more of a danger for I mean, I kind of know the answer, but I just want to hear your take on it. But do you feel like it's more dangerous for like young women or young daughters to be on social media, or our young sons and our young males?
It's to me, I can't even say anymore. It's a gender thing. It's even split because I've seen both. Because there is predators for both. And I think it's a little higher chance for girls because sex trafficking is so real, for young ladies. And that's how they get them most of the time. It's social media by reaching out. So that's what make it a little higher for me. But it is a little bit more like a 100%. I would say like a 60-40%.
Okay, that's kind of where I'm at with it too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just because it's just because of that aspect. Because they can be more susceptible and vulnerable to predators depending on the situation.
Yeah, but it also too, like with the young males, like even in this era, like a lot of people tell on themselves. Niggas use to social media
Yeah,
to tell on themselves inadvertently, like they ain't not doing it intentionally, but dude, as far as males go, as far as men go, as far as young black men and young men
right.
and stuff like that. Period. Like we get on social media and brag about we just did this or we just did this, or you
That's
might
true.
slide on the
That's
ops,
true.
you beeping with people all on their live, and you
Yep.
talking crazy to the ops and all that social media going back and forth, internet
Yep.
gangster
Back and
stuff,
forth.
and then something actually happened in real life, and it's like, oh, buddy, he
A
was
whole
just
bunch of
arguing with buddy.
witnesses.
Yeah, you
Yep.
was just arguing with buddy 3 days ago on his social media, and now not buddy. So now you a suspect. So I feel
Exactly.
like it's dangerous in that aspect
And
for
that,
for,
yeah, I
for more
agree.
so like males, as far as like just as far as like with the law and and,
With the
and, and
law,
getting
yeah,
themselves in sticky situations with that aspect of it.
because they bring it back up. I mean, that's one thing I don't think
Oh yeah, yeah,
some generation,
they
this
indicting you off.
generation, yeah, they don't understand that part. They bring that back up. That
Yeah,
everything you
yeah,
put on there.
and I don't know how they understand. Like even with all these rappers, you got rappers like Young Thug. You got. I ain't even gonna go through a whole list of artists, but you got so many rappers that have been jammed
I'm
up and
saying,
arrested off of songs and social
yeah,
media and posts and stuff like that, and what they you mean content.
yeah, what they
That
talk,
even if
I'm
it's
looking at
music or post or whatever, like it's
anything,
content.
yeah, snitching on themselves though.
Yeah,
Like,
telling.
but I'm gonna take one. I don't want to go down the list either because we can go down a rabbit hole with that. But
Yeah,
Lil Durk really was like shocking for real.
nah, for real. For real,
not
especially like
not
seeing
not
the
not
stuff that he was just doing and getting the key to the
yeah,
city, making
yeah,
positive music and changing his life and his
yeah.
situation. But
It was just a
everything
little
is done in the
shocking because of
everything.
how it came out.
Oh
And
yeah,
then I think
everything is done in the dark comes to the light eventually. So
exactly
we all got
we
to
taught that when we was younger, and that stuck in
yeah,
my head. That's one thing that stuck in my head forever. Like everything that comes to the dark, and I'm like, damn, I can't do nothing. So I
yeah.
always was like scared.
But that's a whole separate topic for another
It
time.
is. So we gonna talk about that another
We
thing. I
getting
just
caught
had
up
to.
on social media.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we can revisit
So
that.
back, yeah. Let's get run it back. So I think I put that to bed. I think as we introduced how we felt about it, and it's gonna come back up. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think it's put to nap
Let's
right
put the
now.
nap right now. We
Yeah,
gonna put that to nap right now. Exactly.
we gonna put that to nap.
All right, the second topic, with the topic that I chose, and I really chose it just because of the magnitude of it,
Yeah.
for one, and to be able to go kind of down a rabbit hole on it on me. You know, I don't say I'm a conspiracy theorist because
Oh,
everything is that. I mean, they that title was so widespread and it has such a negative notation, but in real life, like everything is conspiracity theory. If you look at
right,
it like
right.
the
Yeah,
Bible
yeah.
is a conspiracy theory because we don't. No one that we know that it's alive today in this day and age can attest and say that this happened, this happened, this happened. I was hanging with Jesus, this and that. Like
What?
I'm not
Yeah,
saying I don't
yeah.
believe. I'm a believer in every in
We
my
going by
small
what we was
spiritual realm.
taught and what we was
Yeah,
shown for sure.
but it's all conspiracy. It's all conspiracy. How we be in here, evolution. It's all conspiracy theory in my head. I mean, if it can't be proven, if I can't see it and I can't acknowledge it and I can't see facts on it, it's
It
just
don't.
a
It ain't
theory.
happen.
Yeah, it's just a theory. But my topic,
Can we
my
come
first
back to that
is
later on? Another time.
oh yeah, we definitely
'Cause
gonna
I
get
want to
into
know. I want to hear your intake on that. Like, if you're not a conspiracy theorist, because I think you're in the middle. But I want to come back to that like later on.
yeah. That's why I said I don't consider myself like a supreme conspiracy theorist. Like I ain't off the deep end with it, but I do have my times. I do have my
Oh,
topics
oh
where
yeah, 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 yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
my topics where you be like, oh yeah, buddy party, tripping, buddy party. But in my, you mean I can pull out receipts for everything that I feel
Yeah,
and everything that you mean.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
And I don't deny it. You would for real, and it'll
uh,
be 100.
for real. But
Well, so
the
what we talking
topic
about?
is that the shooting that happened. I mean, not the shooting, but the killings that happened in New Orleans. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get your take on it first, then I'm gonna let you.
Well,
Yeah.
felt like it was so heartbreaking, and unnecessary for to take that much measures for people who are out there really just enjoying life and really from out of town, all different walks of life. People calling me people, saying Happy New Year before I get there because I'm about to celebrate. I don't know. I'm gonna be able to call you at 12 or whatever. Like just enjoying themselves. And I've been to New Orleans, and I know like the area it happened on. So they was enjoying themselves. They were having fun, and to take people's lives in that moment is selfish and say evil. I mean, I felt like it was unnecessary. Because if you had a plan like that, then it shouldn't have been taken out like that. You don't do stuff like that. Well, you go get some help if you need it. That's what you do. Because he did have a history in the military. Just knowing I don't know, probably should have told where we were, but as a social worker, just knowing about some of the things, and then living with somebody in the military, it can cause some damage
Oh, yeah.
mentally. So that mental part should have been taken care of to me because it was lacking in some situations in some areas for him to do something like that.
No, for real, definitely.
So it was heartbreaking because I know I seen a story on online. It was a mom and she was talking about her daughter, and her daughter was just down there about celebrate her birthday like 2 or 3 days later. I'm like, "Ew, like seriously, like you just really just took people's lives for granted, like there was nothing, and that's what it felt like, and he had no right to do that for real.
Oh, for real. Yeah.
That's my take on it. It was unnecessary, and I think that it was a coward move to get out a shootout with police because we know what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. You know that. Yeah.
So you ain't gonna make it. So that's a coward move because you did what you did, and now you ain't even here to take that consequence for like at all. You
Yeah.
just and
Yeah.
that
That's
yeah, so that it was selfish.
I mean, that's most of the mass shooters and most of the people who do stuff
Absolutely.
like that and do mass killings and most of like they not trying to go to jail. They know at the end of the day, I ain't gonna say they know because I'm not in their head, but I feel like
Right.
most people who do stuff like that, even like terrorist attacks and stuff like that, most people who do that type of activity, they know, okay, I'm gonna take some people with me, but
And
I'm not making it
yeah.
out of this alive. Like
Hmm.
I don't think they
Yeah.
even plan on coming out of it alive because who want to go to jail for the rest? You know, you going to jail for the rest of your
You're gonna
life.
do it for
Like,
the rest of your
it's
life.
not a
Absolutely.
question. It's not a question. It's not like you're gonna have a fair trial, or not to say a fair trial because a person like that, I don't say like deserves a
Right.
fair trial per se. But at the same time, you know you're not gonna get a fair trial. You know you're not gonna get like it's not gonna be
Yeah.
a 50-50 chance. You going to jail. You going to
You're
jail
going to
forever.
jail.
Yeah, you going
Absolutely.
to jail for your life. So in that aspect, I
And
feel like they know that. So they like, okay, I'm gonna do what I do. I ain't gonna kill myself. but I'm
Right.
gonna shoot out with the police and go out in the blaze of
And
glory
go
type shit.
out like that, like a coward. To me, like I remember that one guy. I don't know if you remember, like he was going around with his stepson or something,
Oh,
shooting
the
people through a car.
DC shooter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. DC
Yeah.
shootings, and he went to jail, but he still, well, he just got like executed not too long ago, a couple years ago or something. But he was in like death row for a minute.
Oh yeah, dang, I didn't even know the buddy was still alive. I didn't even know that how that really played out for real.
Yeah, really. I think I'm gonna have to look into it because I mean I kind of erased that because it was so messed up.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
mean,
it is
people
not.
of color, we ain't really into the big on killing ourselves. I mean, we might shoot out
Nah,
the police
nah,
and go out
nah.
the
We
blaze of
not
glory, but that ain't really our people of color. That ain't really our style.
our style.
Yeah.
Nah, but
Even
I will
the
I will say it's starting to be because not that it's our style, but it's starting to be more of a person of any color style.
yeah,
I'm taking myself out and other people. I
it's
don't know. It's starting to be like that.
it is. I mean, I feel like just to put my take on it, I feel like just to start off, like I feel like certain just to piggyback on what we already addressed, and I feel like you said, it ain't our style, but it's becoming that because so many people these days want to be it go back to the social media thing. So many people want to just be acknowledged. So many people want to be famous or
Mhm.
want to be notorious for something and want the world to know who they are. So
Right.
people go to great lengths to achieve that these days, and whether negative or positive. Like you got females
Exactly.
on there showing they whole monkey just for attention, and you got dudes
I
just going
agree.
around doing weird stuff. Like I see stuff on social media all the time. You know, I ain't no super young cat. So a lot of the stuff I be seeing be like, nah, that ain't it. Like even some of the dances, like
Exactly.
some of the simple stuff. Not saying it's major, but some of the simple stuff, some of the hip, the action and all that.
Yeah, yeah. It be
I feel
too
like that ain't
much.
for men. Yeah, I feel like that ain't for us. That ain't for men to be doing that. But I see grown men on TikTok shaking their hips and
Grown,
shaking their ass for views.
grown men,
Grown
grown.
men. Grown men. Some of them niggas claim they in the streets or whatever you mean, and be on social media
But
shaking their hips
making
and
more
moving.
than a stripper.
Yeah, shaking like a stripper
I
for views.
mean, for a
It,
video, for some
yeah,
views.
yeah. And so
And
I feel like that contributes though. I feel like all of that contributes to like the people that more making it more widespread for people to be doing like weird stuff or evil stuff. It's just about
yeah,
like
it is.
you know that you gonna get your 5 minutes of fame off of this. Whether you live through it or whether you
Or
die or whether
mhm.
however it plays out, you know that you're gonna get acknowledged. You know the world is gonna be talking about you for at least 5 minutes type stuff behind
Right,
that.
right.
Some people go through great measures
People
to
gonna know your
achieve that.
name.
Yeah, and it's why just on the New Orleans thing and the New Orleans killings, I feel like yeah, I mean, I feel like Buddy did. I mean, anybody got to be sick in the head to some degree to do stuff like that, like to just
Right, right.
kill people that you don't know. Like I could see, I'm not against certain crimes or certain aspects of stuff when it's merited. You know, somebody come for my family, I'm coming for you. You come for my daughter, I'm coming for you. You come
Right.
for me, I'm coming for you. You know, but it's a
Certain
difference.
aspects,
Yeah,
it's a given.
it's
It's
merited. It's
given.
merited. It's like an eye for eye type situation, but in aspects of just killing innocent bystanders, killing strangers, killing people that you don't know, like you just wake up one day and be like, I'm finna go load up my AK-47 and just go kill a bunch of people. Or I'm finna go gas up my truck and go run a bunch of people up. Like I can't put
Right.
myself in the mind frame to be able to
To even
see how
do that.
people can process that and even prepare themselves to do that with a straight face. Like it's kind of crazy to me. But I also feel like you said, like we got family. Our father was in the military. One of our cousins was in the military,
Right. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and seeing like how even how Cuz like seeing Cuz how he was prior to the military and just laid
Right.
back, calm, quiet, pretty boy player, to seeing how his mannerisms and his mind state was after being in Iraq for 4 years.
Change
Yeah, it changed dramatically. And
dramatically.
granted, like Cuz was in Iraq in 2001. Like he was in there 4 years in Iraq during the
Yeah.
middle of the war, like the biggest
Right.
war that we
Right.
had in the last probably 40 years type situation.
A lot
So
of
I could
trauma.
see how that could play on your psyche and turn you into a different person. You seeing people
Yeah.
that you done been in basic training with get killed, slaughtered in front of you. You seeing people that you might be in your same platoon, people that you chopped it up with. You done
Just
just
woke
had
up
breakfast
with.
with them today and they get their brains blown out in front of you. Like it
Right.
changes. It
It
definitely does
does.
something to you. But I feel like on a deeper scale, not to go too far down the rabbit hole of it, but I feel like a lot of stuff be propaganda. A lot of people be plants, just like the 9/11 stuff. Like it wasn't a terrorist attack. In my head, it wasn't a terrorist attack. Like, oh no, these people from this Iran or Iraq or whatever you mean, just coming to a lot of this stuff be orchestrated. A lot of this stuff is orchestrated right here on our soil because if you look at it,
For the government.
The Super Bowl is in New Orleans next month.
Oh,
For a
yeah, I know.
fact.
You know what?
Hold
True,
on.
true.
Let
Yeah,
me.
okay.
For a fact, I know that they gonna mention that in New Orleans. They probably gonna have a moment of silence. They gonna do a
Yeah.
tribute. They probably show all of their faces on the jumbotron. They gonna get some kind of commemoration and memorial to those people because it just happened this month. So of course
It just
next month
happened. It just happened.
it's still super fresh. They're not gonna have the Super Bowl and had a whole world stage and not acknowledge that that just happened in their city
Right.
a month
No,
ago. And I feel like
no.
with all of that playing, like, you know, even with social media and everything that we see, everything that we, even the news, like that's why I don't watch the news. It's depressing. It's
It's
saddening because you're
depressing.
getting all of this negative information. You get negative information, and it does something to us in our
Yeah.
psyche,
In
and
our
to keep
psyche,
us like
yeah.
on a level of suppression, to keep us.
It's a little bit of anxiety. It makes you a little
Yeah,
bit
it gives us
more
anxiety. It keeps us sad. It keeps us depressed. It keeps us like, oh, this world is full of evil. This world is full
not
of hate.
safe.
And really, it's not. You got a lot of good people out here doing a lot of good things that don't get
Yeah.
acknowledged. They don't talk about on the news. Or they don't talk about on social media because it's not for the program. It goes against
Not
what they
exactly.
want. They don't want us to be all happy and elated and united and feel like we can take over the world and conquer the world in a positive way. That's
I
not the energy
mean,
that they want to give us.
if you're the right color, you will be heard a little bit more. I would say
Oh yeah,
that.
of course.
But
But I feel like a lot of that stuff is I feel like that may have been a propaganda type of move because it happened in the beginning of
sure.
the year. So they're fresh on our feeds, you know, right first week of of the year, we seeing a bunch of
Yeah.
people get killed. So that's automatically like it's saddening. It's saddening and it puts people in the state of mind. It's
Horrible.
like, oh, I was motivated to do this, but now I ain't even going. I don't even want to do it because I'm scared to go out in public and this might happen type stuff. So it's like
Right.
I feel
It
like some of
messes
that
up.
stuff be set up and designed to show us these type of things and give us these depictions so that we have a mindset of I can't trust nobody. The world is a dangerous place. I can't go out here and
Right.
enjoy. I can't spend time with my family here. I can't do this. I can't do that. To keep us in that box, it's just like the whole coronavirus thing. It kept us in the house. It
Yeah.
kept us away from the public because we so scared and we so fear that fear monger tactic to be able to keep us and control us through our fear. One of the easiest ways to control somebody is through fear. Like you know what
It
they say.
is. It is.
You
Absolutely.
either gain
In a
you either
sense.
gain power from fear or respect.
Yeah.
So
Fear, respect.
and yeah, from fear or respect. And if I don't know you, if you don't have nothing respectable going on, the next best thing to get my attention or to control me is through my fears.
Right.
So I
Right.
feel like
Try
that
you
plays a lot
control.
of role in a lot of that stuff. And I feel like a lot of that. I'm not saying that's exactly what it is, but just that's my take on it. Like it could have been set up propaganda just to keep us in a fear monger mind state in a new season at the beginning of the year to keep us, you know, to just throw us off and throw us out of whack and throw off our energy and depress us and make us sad and stuff like that. Like I ain't even really go on none of the victims' pages or nothing. Not I mean,
Yeah.
rest in
Yeah.
peace to them, but I didn't go look up their life or look up and well, all the people they got. I don't want to see that. I like even when
It's
people were
very
showing me and telling
sad.
me about it,
Yeah.
like I'm at this beginning of my year, I'm in my manifestation, I'm meditating, I'm doing all of this stuff to
Right. Right.
higher my frequency. I don't want to see all of that type of stuff.
And I understand what you're saying because like seeing it makes you first off, but I believe it. I see it. It's real. It's actually happened, and these people actually lost their lives. And I don't want that to bring me to a level of that, sorrow. Basically,
Yes.
it was horrible. I will say that. I don't think anybody should ever lose their life like that. But I do think that I understand what you're saying. You gotta. It's set up for us to kind of fail in a sense. Like
Oh yeah,
anyway,
definitely.
it is your mindset, business wise, money, growth that's going to be there. Anything is it's set up for failure.
Oh
So
yeah,
I do
definitely
understand
set up for
and
that.
agree. Yeah, I do agree with that.
All right. I feel like we put that to bed kind of
Yeah,
decently.
absolutely.
So
It actually segues into my next put to bed topic.
it definitely does. It
It
definitely does.
definitely does. It does. It's not. It's school shootings, and how that has increased again lately. Now, I know when I was like younger, Columbine was a
Yeah.
big thing. I don't remember it as much because I was young, but it was a big shooting, a
It
mass shooting.
was big.
And that was one of the biggest ones. And then now we had one recently in Madison, Wisconsin, and I live in Milwaukee, so that hit close to home because we don't get too many, mass shootings. Thank goodness, thank God for that. But it was a young lady a young lady, I think what 15 years old.
Crazy.
Wounded, well, killed 2, another student and a substitute teacher, and then wounded like 4 more. No, 3 more, and then killed herself. So just to know that, being that age, 15, and I saw some things on like when it came up because at that point it's everywhere. Working in the school, people talking about it. So then you got to kind of look it up because stories are coming through your email. Um, so you look up a little bit to some safety things, like this is what we're doing now. But to know that her parents actually took her to the gun range, taught her how to shoot.
Dang.
And I said,
Prepared her for her demise.
yeah, prepared her for whatever she wanted to do in her head.
Now
And
not to get too far off topic, but just what was she? Like what color was she?
she was white.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah, she was
no
white.
offense
It
to
was like
white
a
people.
Christian school. And she was, let me see, just make sure she's 15. And she killed 2 people. It was a substitute teacher who was there for the day. Who substituted there many times. And then that day.
And that's
And he had what they said in a way, I don't want to say she was a good shot, but that's how it kind of came off. Like she knew what she was
yeah,
doing.
what she was doing.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing. And when I seen a video of history or whatever, I went on one of our news channels and it was like, dude, she went to the gun range. They actually show her. She got this, and that. Okay. Y'all showed her how to do this. So at what point do we start charging parents for that?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I feel like for one, parent it depends on the circumstances of the situation. Because
Right.
sometimes, like in that situation, yeah, the parents should be held accountable. Y'all teaching this girl,
Absolutely.
y'all equipped her to be
Good person.
this person. Yeah.
Hmm.
But in some aspects of it, a lot of people don't know. A lot of parents don't know. It's like
Yeah.
we not in our kids' heads and a
Right.
lot of
Yeah.
times
Yeah.
they not just going, your kid ain't gonna just come to you and say, "Oh, mom, I want to shoot up my school." Like it's not it's
Right.
not a
Right.
conversation that it's not something that they gonna bring to you or address to you. They may say, "I'm being bullied at school," and then you address it and go up to the school and talk to whoever and talk to the principal, talk to teachers,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, threaten a couple kids if you that type of parent. I'm that type of parent. But you
I can
but
I work in a school, so I see those type of parents a lot. I
oh yeah,
mean,
I'm that type of
physically,
parent. I don't care who it is.
verbally,
Yeah,
and physically.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm finna fight whoever behind
they
my
do
kid. I
that.
don't care.
They try.
I'll
They
kick a
try.
kid ass behind don't behind my kid. I ain't even gonna play right. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. But I feel like the school shootings come. I feel like the parents should be held accountable for this reason, not because they may have inspired the kid to do it or
Yeah,
aided them in like that specific situation, like where they aided them and equipped them with the tools to do this. But at the same time, like you're not equipping your kids to deal with life. If your kid is to the point where they want to go shoot up their class or shoot up their school or kill a bunch of people and kill themselves behind being bullied at school or because they not like this school or because they depressed or they don't
whatever the
fit in,
reason. Yeah,
whatever the reason may be, that falls on parenting because you got to
it
equip your
does.
kids to say that to let them know like this ain't the way. They should know before they even think of considering that. Like, damn, I ain't gonna do
You
nothing
should
like
see
that.
signs. You see your kid every day. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you see your kid
They
every day.
might not tell you
You know
everything.
something. Yeah, you know something is off. You may
Right,
be
right.
the type of parent to just be like, oh no, and try to ignore it or sweep it under the rug and show them grace because that's your kid. And I get it, I understand that, but
I
at the
understand that
same
too.
time, when does your responsibility kick in and just realize like, no, this is a
This
problem.
ain't right.
This ain't
Something ain't
normal.
right.
It's just like the Jeffrey Dahmers of the world or the dang was buddy that oh yeah that was Jeffrey Dahmer from Milwaukee.
Yeah,
But it's just like when you see your kid out there shooting raccoons and killing innocent animals and doing stuff
animals
like
and
yeah,
yeah,
as a kid, like that's a tell all sign to let
something's
them know
wrong.
like
Something's
it's time
off.
it's time to get them some counseling. It's time to do something. It's time to get them some coping mechanisms and some social skills and some
Some
ways to deal
Yes,
with their emotions because
their
that's all that
emotions.
falls
Yeah,
down onto not dealing with your emotions properly. And now you want to
exactly,
lash out and now you want to crash out and now
exactly.
you want to kill people because you're upset or you're angry or you're
And you
sad
don't know how to tell
and you don't
people
know
the
how to
right way.
you don't know how to just express that to people. So you rather pick up a gun and go shoot up a bunch of people. So I feel
Yeah,
like it does fall on parenting because, us, that's our responsibility to equip our kids and let them know like this ain't cool. No matter
it
what
ain't
you feeling, no
cool.
matter what you
No,
got going on, like it's always a better way to handle your emotions. Like
to handle your emotions, absolutely. And that's
Yeah,
what that was my last point today is they working with kids, and seeing how like how they do like even from K3 on high school, is where I'm at. These kids don't know how to deal with their emotions properly. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to tell people how I feel, sad, sad. They don't even know the difference between the emotions. Like they don't know how to identify them, so they don't know how to express them, and they don't know how to tell you how they feel it. So it's just like a double-edged sword. And then the first thing they do is aggression, throwing something, or hitting somebody. That's the first thing in the little world. And then when you start seeing that, you have to start doing something about that right there because
yeah.
that only elevates
It
to
only
now.
elevates.
It only elevates. It don't stop unless you stop it or you say no. That's not how we gonna handle our anger. It's not how we gonna handle our sadness or whatever that look like.
Yeah, yeah. That I mean, I feel like yeah, you're right. It falls on the parents to be able to tell them and teach them. But then, I mean, in certain cases, you do have the kids that's like just shy. They might be quiet, so you never know
Yeah,
how to read them. Like, or they might always have an attitude. So it's like
right.
you don't know
I have
like
a
the
kid like
length.
that.
Yeah, especially teenage girls, and like
Yeah, I
more
have a
so
kid like
teenage
that
girls.
for sure.
Like they all go through that phase of like they don't want to
Right.
talk to nobody. They only associate with their friends. Their parents don't exist. They mad for no reason, like type
Yep.
stuff. So that it's hard to sometimes read it and be like, okay, well, and am I raising a sociopath or am I raising a
Right.
psychopath or am I
Right.
raising a killer or is
Are
this
you so
kid
shut
just
down?
yeah, or is they just going through something, or is this natural? Like
I think
because
it's just
it's hard
natural
to
sometimes.
navigate that sometimes. But
Yeah. You gotta know the difference
ultimately,
though. You gotta
yeah,
know the
yeah. I mean,
difference.
ultimately, I mean, we gotta do better as parents to be able to read and identify that because you should know your
Is
kid.
yeah, you do. You gotta know the difference between, oh, this is normal, this is abnormal. If you don't,
Exactly.
then that's when it's gonna become a problem. If you ignore it being abnormal.
Yeah, we gotta know. You gotta know your kids. So
You do, you do. You gotta know for sure. But yeah, I think we put that to bed. Pretty that might be a topic to come up again, who knows? But
yeah.
I do think it's
One more thing I want
open.
to touch on that though too is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
from a cultural aspect because we don't see a lot of that in like in our communities, like as far as like brown people, black people, you don't see a lot of mass, you don't see a lot of us like doing that type of stuff. So to see it
Thank
being more
goodness.
widespread these days, and see people like us like doing stuff like that, and even not even just the school shooting, but like mass shootings and stuff, it's scary. It's
Yeah,
scary to see that these things are
it is
making its
very
way into our
scary.
community.
That's one of my biggest fears, honestly, working in the school is that because you don't know what's
Yeah,
coming.
you
You
don't
don't
know.
know
You don't know
anything.
what's going through
And
this kid.
then, you get a code, but that code might come late. So now they do have a lot of things in place nowadays, though. Like you got metal detectors at the door. You got safety, not armed safety, but you got safety. I wanted to bring up one day, do we think police supposed to be back in the schools? But like, we do have some measures. It's just you will. It's something. It's a fear. It is a fear
Yeah,
because you
of
don't
course.
know how angry a kid will get and not be able to say, "Somebody help me," versus I'm about to destroy everything.
Yeah, and then they made it so cool, like, these days with through music and through the
Yeah,
aspects of social media and just like, they make it so cool to just pick up a gun and shoot somebody, like, people would be so scared to just throw these, like, "Throw these! These
man,
ain't never
please
went out of
just throw these.
style. When
Get up
when did
and
these
throw
go out of
these,
style? I ain't gotta go to
man.
no gun store to get these, I ain't gotta pay for no ammunition for these. These ain't never
Nothing.
stop working. When did this go out of style?" Like, I don't get that where
Exactly.
people so scared to just throw
To fight,
hands
to use their hands and
yeah,
use
you
their
win some,
hands.
you lose some, you live to fight another day. Friday taught us best.
I'm saying, get up, Craig. Like,
Yeah, throw your
like
hands. Like it's
get
like people be so
if you
scared.
get knocked down, you get back up.
Yeah,
We'll say
get
like
knocked out
that's
like
one
your father
thing,
used to.
right? Get knocked down like your father used to. But like for real,
For real.
like you got to be able to use these at least because
At least.
nowadays all they do is pick it up,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
crazy.
to
People
me.
be so scared to just but that's another topic for another day that
Yeah,
we
it is.
definitely
It
need to
is.
touch on
Because
as
I'll
far as
go
just the
in on
whole
that one.
aspect
I'll
of
go
it.
in on
Yeah.
that one for sure.
Yeah, for real.
But
We
yeah,
definitely gonna touch on
yeah,
that.
I'll go in. So I think that we put that to bed for now. I feel like it's something that parents should be held accountable for in some situations, like you said. And then in some situations, no, in all situations, that child who does that act should be held accountable because
Oh,
you still know
exactly.
what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. But the last topic that I want to touch on is Western medicine versus natural healing.
Okay.
Now I know you said you're not like super familiar with like where I'm going with it,
Yeah, so
but I'm a
yeah, I need to hear
so
where
I'm a
that's
yeah, so
going.
I'm gonna take the floor first just so I can give you my take on it, and
Okay,
then
that's
I'm
cool.
gonna let you piggyback off of what I got to say. So like Western medicine is basically hospitals. Hospitals,
Mm,
aspirin, Tylenol versus chemotherapy, all of these things that they give us in America to not heal us, not cure us, but to subdue us.
okay, subdue, okay. So cure
Yeah.
you for now.
Yeah, not even cure you because cure mean it's
Well,
over, it's gone.
yeah, not help,
It
not
just
cure.
slows down the process of dying.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
and I feel like a lot of natural healing measures that we have out there, they don't put that out there. They don't big pharma companies they shun that type of information. They bury that type of information. The Dr. Sebis of the world, the people like that, the healers,
Yeah,
like it's a lot of them out there that I can name and if y'all want to
but it's
know
not
more on
yeah, it's
that,
not out.
yeah, if y'all want to know more on that and know some of the people, and I can definitely drop that in the just drop it in the comments and let us know,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I'm gonna drop it in the comments and I will definitely follow up and let y'all know some of the people if y'all want to get more interested in people that do natural healing. But you got people out there that's like Dr. Sebi's son, like it's a lot of people out there that have told us and taught us like Mother Nature, man, Mother Nature, we have so many leaves and herbs and
Right.
fruits
Yeah, yeah.
and things that we can just naturally consume to heal us. And we don't a lot of us don't know about it.
Understand each other.
A lot of us depend on the Western medicine and depend on the system to fix our problems and to heal us from our ailments when it's not designed to cure us. Because at the end of the day, the medical industry is a billion-dollar corporation, multi-billion-dollar
Right.
corporation. So if they told us today, y'all, everybody stop going to the hospital, everybody go buy this book, and everything that you need to know from AIDS to syphilis to cancer to everything that you need to know to naturally heal is in this book. That's billions of dollars going down the drain. That's billions of
Okay.
dollars. That's a billion. That's
Yep, yeah.
millions of people are losing their jobs. Nurses, doctors, practitioners. Like it'll crumble a part of our society pivotedly because now we don't have to go pay for health insurance. Now we don't have to go to the doctor. Now we ain't getting them high ass doctor bills
Doctor bills. Yeah, yeah.
and then even
Right.
with like people that's like got like chemo and stuff like that and cancer and like you're going through these treatments weekly, sometimes daily, monthly,
Sometimes daily, even liver,
and yeah,
like
and
I'm
that
sorry,
costs
kidney.
that costs money, and money is
Yeah,
being spent on you,
dialysis.
whether it's coming
Yeah,
out of
things like that.
all of these type of things. So it doesn't benefit them to cure us. It benefits them to like I said, to
To make
subdue
more
us,
money
to
off of
slow
us.
down the process of us dying. It's like, okay, bingo, we got us one, but he finna die in about 3 years, but we finna slow down the process and give him about 5 years
Okay.
so we can make money off him for the next
So
five
we can
years
make
before we
money
go.
still. So yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like we got so much a lot of these other countries and stuff like that, they don't practice the medicine the same way we do here. And even if you look at even to use that word practice, like, my woman is a nurse. She
Mhm.
goes and she agrees with me on certain aspects. We have these conversations and stuff like that. And even her therapist and everything and her nurse and tell her like, heal naturally. Like a lot of the stuff that we do is like in America, they don't do in other countries. They healing naturally, and
Right,
it's
right.
more widespread for that information for them to heal naturally, for them to get that type of treatment naturally from the earth, and everything is out there. Like everything can be cured
Can you
naturally.
give me an example of one of the things that you do for natural healing?
Okay, so one of the things I do for natural healing is like I don't get sick. I don't get sick, blood. Like I ain't had a cold in like a year, like for real. I might get my nose might run when it get cold
Yeah.
outside or something like that. I might sniffle. I might sneeze for a couple days, but like full blown coughing, I gotta take some medicine, coughing up phlegm. That don't
None of
happen to me.
that?
It doesn't happen to me at all. I haven't coughed up nothing in over a year. Like I eat a lot of. I don't eat meat. I only eat
Yeah, I don't eat
fish.
meat either. It's been like
Yeah,
10
I
years.
only when I do have a desire for meat, I only eat fish because I feel like you can't get life from something that's
It's
dead.
right.
And in order for us to consume meat, we have to kill it. You mean we have to? These animals, most of them go through slaughterhouses. These animals are dying miserably. They're dying in anguish. They're dying
Right,
sad.
for
They're dying
real.
scared. So we putting that same energy into us when we ingest it. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not a
true.
believer of us eating animals and stuff like that.
Me
I'm not a
either.
believer of. So I feel like your diet plays a
It's a lot to
major
do with
role in
that.
your health. Like
Yeah,
We
it
supposed to be
does.
eating. So one of the things I do to prevent myself from being sick is I drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of not even H2O, but H2H. Dang, I'm tripping.
The alkaline?
H3O2. H3O2. No,
Okay.
it's there's water. It's H2O. You got H3O2. That only comes from uh fruits, certain fruits and vegetables like watermelon, honeydew
Oh, I know what
melon,
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about,
cantaloupe.
yeah.
Like it's a water that's inside a fruit that heals us and that hydrates us more than water. And a lot
Yeah,
of us don't
right.
know this information. So I eat a lot of fruits. I eat a lot of vegetables. I take a lot of vitamins, elderberry.
Okay, so that's one that I need to start putting in my
Oh yeah,
again. I
yeah,
stopped.
yeah. I definitely could put you on it to a lot of like I
I
take a
had
lot
some
of
gummies, but I stopped.
yeah, I take a lot of vitamins. I take a lot of supplements and stuff like that and natural stuff like that. Like a lot of I can like I said it again, like y'all want to know what I do to keep myself and my health up. Just drop it in the comments and I can put y'all
And I'm
on.
learning as well, as you can see, because this is a subject that I'm not, I know I'm familiar about, of course, healthcare and the cost and how much money it makes on people and how it's about to go up some more. And how insurance changes every time you turn
Every time we
around.
turn around.
Yeah. So like things like that, I'm familiar with. I know about certain things like elderberry, certain like ginger, um, garlic for like inflammation, things like
Yeah,
that. I do
exactly. Like yeah, exactly.
anyway because I was just telling my son, your nephew, that so why you he said why you eat that? I said it's a clove of garlic. I roast it and I eat it. And I said I eat the cloves. And I said it helps with swelling. He's like, you may be funky, breath might be funky, but it
You healthy.
helps.
You healthy.
It helps.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah. Because it
even to
does
touch
come
on
to your
like the
pores.
garlic, even like touching on garlic, like you can pull so much toxins out of your body by just not even you ain't even got to ingest in it. You can rub garlic and onions on your feet,
Yeah, I
and
know. I heard that
it
too.
will pull out toxins from you. Like if you're sick, you got a flu, like you can literally rub these things on your feet. Like
Mm,
whenever I do get like if my throat get the itching or I feel like myself getting sick, I
yeah.
drink this tea. Take this down, y'all. I'm gonna send it to you on another note, this, but
Okay.
take down this recipe, y'all, for real. This is something that I use religiously, and I've shared
Because I'm
this with
getting a
numerous
cold
people.
because it's like -8 in Milwaukee.
Oh
So
yeah,
what?
yeah,
What's
this
that
nigga,
tea?
yeah, we gonna have a winter freeze here this week.
That tea.
But so the tea is this: you take a half a lemon,
I
half a
know.
lime,
Yep.
some honey, some turmeric, a green tea bag.
Please send me a text.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. You ain't gotta write down. I'm gonna send
Oh,
it.
okay. I'm
I'm
over
telling
here.
this for the viewers. This for the viewers. But
My bad.
but no, a green tea bag, a black tea bag, half of a lemon, half of a lime, honey, turmeric, and ginger, and you put that in, and you boil that. You put that in a pot. You boil that. You want to get you some alkaline water. You bring that to a boil. You drink it while it's hot. Drink it as hot as you can, and also throw in some cough drops and some peppermints.
Okay.
So once we cough
Okay.
drop
I like that. I
after
like
it's
that.
been brought to a full boil, you throw in them cough drops, throw in the peppermints, whip it. As soon as that dissolves, as soon as those dissolve into the water, it's good to drink. Drink it as hot as your body would allow you to drink it. Like not to the point where you, but
Yeah, because I'm like, where?
but yeah, drink it as hot as you possibly can. I'm telling you, like anytime I ever felt anything, like if
And
I
it
get the
just
sniffling
works.
or my throat I drank that for about 2 days straight, I'm good. All symptoms go away.
And it just works. Like it works.
It just worked. It worked like a charm. It worked like a charm. But it's all natural things. Like you got lemon in there, you got lime in there, you got turmeric in there, you got ginger in there. These are all plants, herbs, and vegetables and fruits.
Okay.
And that's our
So
best
I'm gonna have to
healer.
try
Like,
that.
yeah, that's our best healer, man. Nature is our best healer. Nature is our best friend. It's always something that God put on this earth to heal us versus anything that we take this man
Yeah.
made. And then
The
look at
barn
like
story.
half of the medicines that we use be having side effects, and you take this, and then even on the commercials when you listen to them close, they say, "Oh, it's going to help you with headache," but it may cause heartburn, indigestion, it may cause internal bleeding, it may cause something. You may you may not be able to digest for 3 days. You may
Man.
lose your left leg. Like you like, oh, it was a headache. The damn symptoms. The
All the
symptoms that
symptoms
I
gonna
might
make
get,
me
or
make heal me.
yeah, the damn side effects is worse than the symptoms I'm facing. Like shit.
Exactly.
And a lot of that medicine is designed like that. Like even like chemo stuff like that. Yeah, you say you healing me and you prolonging the process, but I'm getting sick. I'm losing my hair. Like I got
Right.
to go through so much shit to get to the
To get
goal,
to that point.
and I'm still gonna die. Like
Yeah.
it's
I'm
it's it's
suffering through it though.
and I'm suffering through it. Sometimes suffering even more through dialysis and these chemicals and
Right.
these ways to just keep us alive long enough just to die and get it and squeeze all the money out of us. It's like it's crazy to me. But
And it leaves
that's
us
my take
families
on
with a
it.
lot of money.
I feel like Western medicine is basically a tool used to it's a business. It's not meant or designed to help us or cure us or keep us alive. It's a business. And
It's a
that's
business.
my take on it. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to be studying more people that know more about natural healing and reaching out to these people and seeking consultation with them or just studying their
Learning
videos. If
more
they got videos,
research. Yeah.
if they got books, buy them. If they got something, the content, if they got pages or something that you got to subscribe to get this information, man, invest in it because it's gonna be cheap. Nine times out of 10, it's gonna be cheaper than that doctor bill you're gonna get, and it's gonna help
Right.
you way more than what they're gonna give you anyway. So that's my take
Yeah.
on it.
And I agree. I agree. Just learning more about it with you today. I knew about some of it, but like just wanting to do it. I think I already do the garlic, certain things like that. So I do agree that helps more than taking a whole bunch of pills. Because even taking like ibuprofen and things like that for a headache or whatever is going to damage your liver or your
Exactly.
kidneys. I'm sorry, your kidneys, so things like that. So it's going to cause some kind of other damage. So it's always like I'm helping with this headache, but later on I might not be able to do something, or I might have
Yeah,
to go dialysis.
I'm fixing this temporary problem, and I fuck around and get a
Yeah, and I'm making
longevity
a long
problem.
term
Like,
problem. Yeah,
yeah, like that's backwards to me. I feel like that. I feel like that's backwards to me.
I agree. And I mean, I do think that we need to do more research. Like you said, if there's a lot of local shops that have these books and products in there, support it. Like
Yeah,
I know some for
support the
here
holistic
in
community, man.
Milwaukee,
It's
it's
a
one
whole
called
holistic community.
Personalities.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's a whole I said it's a whole holistic community. I don't care really
Yeah,
what city or state you in.
support.
It's the whole holistic community. And then with widespread information, they don't even got to be close to you in your city or in your community.
Right.
Like
You just
find them online,
go.
man. Find
Yeah,
them
just
online.
go learn.
Research it,
Yep.
and look it up because you might be suffering and you don't really have to. It could be something that you can invest a couple $1,000s into
Yeah, absolutely.
and live 30 more years than what you would have lived and be
Be
way
what you
more
would have
comfortable.
lived. Exactly. And
I agree.
sometimes that's why I wonder how a lot of us at these days are passing away and people before us is like living to 100.
Yeah, they lived to hundreds and 50 years old and hundreds of years old because they knew though.
Yeah.
They went and now I'm glad that you mentioned that because like you said, we passing away so young. 50 and 60 is like, oh damn, they
Right.
died at 60. That's regular. Like they lived a long life. Like damn, no, they
Exactly.
didn't. No, that's 60 years. Like, but and then if you look at it, the people that survived way longer back then didn't even have the hospitals
Didn't
and the
have the
medicine
option.
and the
Exactly.
doctors. They didn't have all of the doctors and all the medicine and stuff that we got today. We got more medicine now than they had back then, but they
Than
was
they
living
had
longer than
before.
us.
Yep.
So make
So
that make
then
sense.
they just made it work. They made it work. Like
Because they knew
they
they was doing natural stuff. They was doing natural
yeah.
healing. They was doing natural herb. You right now, I'm drinking tea. Tea with cinnamon in it,
Like one
green
thing I can
tea,
say,
honey.
tea, what that's the tea that you was talking about?
That's like the tea I'm talking about because I don't feel no type of way. But just because it's
Oh,
so cold
okay.
outside, just to keep everything at
Yeah,
bay.
your
Yeah,
voice
I'm
and
drinking
making help yeah.
I'm drinking green tea with honey in it and cinnamon.
I know our grandmother, our grandmother, uh, when my son had a rash when he was younger, and I used like Desitin and all that other crap in the store. Man, none of that stuff worked. It got worse, a little worse. Then she told me to brown some flour. Brown some flour, just put some flour in a skillet and just brown it. Put that on his butt, man, it was gone within the next day.
That's what I'm saying. You know, them older people, they got them remedies. You know, they always be like, oh, them
Yeah,
old people got them remedies.
the remedies,
And
yeah, yeah,
the remedies work.
they
The remedies
worked.
work because
They
they've been
did.
around longer enough. They've been around long enough to
I
know that
kept it
not to trust.
around.
Yeah, they've been around long enough to know not to trust everything they hear and trust everything they read and
Yep,
trust everything they see. And they know, like, okay, we've been doing this in our community or in our culture for the longest. A lot of this
for the
stuff came from
longest, so it
Africa.
worked.
A lot of this stuff came from like South America. A lot of stuff came from people of color, people of ethnicity that healed. You know, that really know something about this.
Yeah, right.
And our elders, they adapted that and took that in the community,
And they
they
taught
and tried to
us.
trickle it, and trickle it down to us. But like somewhere along the way, we lost sight of it and just started
We did.
putting our
Yeah,
trust in doctors.
absolutely.
Like
It's an
I go to
easy
the
fix.
doctor, I go to the doctor just to get a diagnosis. Tell me what's wrong. Okay, this is
Right.
what's wrong with me. Okay, now I'm finna go. I don't want no medicine. I
Yeah,
don't want no
deuce,
nothing.
deuce,
I'm
deuce.
cool. Good. You did
Yeah,
your part. You told me what was wrong. Now I'm finna go do my own research
I gotta
and
go.
link with and mix it
Right.
and make my own remedies to fix it. You know what I mean?
And I'll
I don't
figure it
want no I
out.
don't want no pills. I don't want no medication. I don't take Tylenol. I take nothing, bro. I don't get headaches or nothing, but like I don't take nothing.
Man.
I don't
Well,
take
I gotta
nothing.
adapt to some of that. You gotta teach your sister some of that because
You know I got
that ain't something that's going on right now.
yeah, I don't take nothing, and I barely get a headache, barely get a cough, barely get anything. I take nothing, like for real.
Man, be living here in the coldness. I mean, cold. Yes, you
Oh yeah,
definitely.
that's why I got
So
away from it.
it's just cold where you walk out and you can get a headache. You know how that coldness, you
Oh
get a
yeah,
headache.
yeah. Hit your temple
That's
or
common
hit or
sense today.
you breathe in through your
Yep.
nose that cold air, and it give you a right here.
Yep.
You get the
Yep. That's
yeah.
common
I
sense
don't like
today.
when it's so cold that I gotta go outside and I get the cussing for no reason as soon as I go outside. You know how I
They're like,
feel.
oh,
As soon as that first wind hit you, ooh shit, God, hey, you got it.
right, motherfucker.
I'm cussing at the wind. I'm not.
Right.
I walked out the house happy. I'm in this cussing for no reason.
Right.
It's just cold,
Look,
like
this a
cold making it
bullshit.
cut. Oh
It's
shit.
a bullshit.
Second
Damn,
guess.
it's go.
Damn, where how cold it is? Go back in the
Right.
house and put a stuff. You gotta go back.
Get mad at the weather.
Yeah, I'm mad. Yeah, I'm mad at outside.
So I guess so. We put that to bed a, a lot. I like
Yeah,
how we
yeah.
went with that. To close it out though, what was one remedy you think that you do to help you like get censored at night?
Tell me, do what at night?
Get censored, like get in your space of your mental space of just peace. What's the one thing you do?
Uh, meditation for real.
Yeah,
Meditation helps me calm down tremendously. I listen to a lot of like meditation music, like just certain frequencies. That's a whole nother topic because
right, right.
we already kind of passed our time,
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
ain't
we
gonna
is. That's
jump
why I
too
just want
deep
to say
into
how you
that.
well like
Yeah.
one thing I would just say for me, I would say sage. I burn sage every
Exactly. Yeah, sage is another thing
just
that's
to
gonna cool you
clean my
down.
aura
Even a
in my
combination
space.
of both, like light some candles, burn some sage,
Mhm.
turn on your meditation music because
Right.
our bodies have frequencies. The earth has a frequency. Everything has a frequency. Like music has
That's
a
true.
frequency. We gonna touch on that too, definitely.
Yeah.
But everything has its own frequency, and those frequencies play on our mind. So a frequency can 500 something megahertz may make you feel happy and elated. That 300
Right.
megahertz might make you feel sad and depressed or angry.
Bad press. I'm
That's not
sorry.
necessarily the exact megahertz of what I'm saying as far as to correlate with each other.
Yeah, this
That's
was
just
an
an example.
example.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
an example. But I listen to a lot of medication music. I meditate. I mean, not medication, but meditation music. I meditate, and then I drink tea. Because
Yeah.
I'm a night owl, so I always have trouble sleeping. So stuff like this calm me.
Right. Right. Right.
Warm tea at night. Some meditation
Yeah,
music.
station.
Put
Yeah.
me in that calming mind state to just prepare me to just relax and calm and just
And be in a good space.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I agree. I do the sage. I do some meditation, some mindfulness meditation, and then I ain't gonna tell the story. TV can be an outlet for me because I am a chill person. I'm solo dolo most of the time. So I look at a little drama on TV, laugh, and keep it moving. Netflix and chill. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
one thing that helps as well.
No,
And
me
then
too.
music. I'm a music person.
Oh yeah, me too. You know that.
Yeah, period. Well, I guess yeah, we went fast, but we
Oh
had a
yeah, yeah.
good,
We definitely put a lot of topics to bed, and we touched on a lot of
absolutely
other stuff that we gonna definitely revisit in the future. So if y'all
in the
interested
future
in
for
whatever
real.
we said, and like I said, drop it in the comments. Let us know, like, okay, y'all want us to expound on this or make another topic on this, or even if it's a half of an episode on certain topics, like we willing to go to
Yeah,
that length to
give us some
educate
topics.
and
Yeah,
provide y'all. Yeah. So
let us
yeah, I
know what
feel
y'all
like
want to
we did.
hear.
Huh?
So let us know what y'all want to hear
Oh yeah, yeah. Let us know what y'all want to hear. But
or talk about.
this has been another episode of Put to Bed Podcast, and rest your
Yes,
eyes, but don't rest your mind. Rest your eyes, but don't rest your
that's
soul.
your
Rest your
mind.
eyes, but don't rest your ambition.
Period. And keep it moving. Keep your peace. Keep your aura clean. Diamond G.
Period. Period. And Billionaire Billy Go, man. Signing off, man. Love, peace,
I love.
and everything beautiful.